Good morning everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing well. So, are you writing your notes, children? Have you completed your notes? I have already sent it the notes of Unit 1 and Unit 2. So, everyone should complete it. When I ask to bring it for correction, you have to bring it. Okay, children? So, you have to write neatly. So, in a 4-line book. Understand, children? So, everyone should complete it. Okay? Yes. So, welcome to today's class. Children, in the previous class we have finished the chapter 3. About what is the title of the chapter? Unit 3, that is water, isn't it? So, we have finished the chapter water. So, under that chapter we learned about importance of water, properties of water, then sources of water, uses of water, how to save water and how to reuse water. Everything we studied in the previous class under the chapter water. So, you all know water is one of the basic needs of our life. So, without water we can't survive. All the living beings on this earth need water. So, water is very, very precious. So, which is the main source of water? Rain. So, rain. The other water bodies where rainwater gets stored are river, pond, lake, stream, well, kettles, borewell, hand pumps. So, these are the water bodies where rainwater gets stored. So, then we learned about properties. I already told you the properties of water. Water is tasteless, colorless, odorless, shapeless, isn't it? Then we use water for many purposes like domestic purpose, agriculture purpose, industrial purpose, construction purpose, etc. So, domestic is household purpose. So, we use water in our house for drinking, cooking, washing clothes, we use utensils or vessels and cleaning fruits, vegetables, pulses, washing our vehicles, cleaning our domestic animals, then watering plants, animals and birds also need water. So, for agriculture purpose, agriculture means for growing crops also we need water, isn't it? So, if you farmer want to grow any crops or fruits, vegetables, flowers, whatever you want to grow, we need water. And for constructing a building, houses, we need water. So, water is also used in industries, factories to manufacture the things, isn't it? For many purpose we need water. Not only we children, even plants, animals, birds, insects also need water because they are also living beings like us. So, if you don't pour water for a plant, for a few days what happens? It will dried and die. So, all the living beings need water and it is very, very precious. So, we should not waste water, we should save each and every drop of water. So, about all these things we studied under the chapter water. So, today I am going to start a new chapter. This is also about one of the basic needs of our life, that is food. So, delicious food. Delicious food means tasty food, isn't it? Food is also one of the basic needs of our life. So, I already taught you in the bridge course classes. So, which are the 5 basic needs of our life, children, which are very, very essential, very, very important. So, food, water, air, shelter, clothes. I am repeating once again, listen carefully, children. Food, water, air, shelter, clothes. So, these 5 are the important basic needs of our life. Without these 5 things, we can't survive. Okay, we can't live. So, in the previous class, we studied about one of the basic needs of our life, that is about water. So, in today's class, we are going to study about one of the other basic needs. So, another basic needs of our life, that is about food. Okay, so in this class, we are going to, in this unit or in this chapter, we are going to study about food. Okay, so what are the things we are going to study about in this class? What we are going to study in this class means we are going to identify the food which we eat every day and from where we get food. So, which are the sources of food? Okay, then about raw food and about cooked food, everything we are going to study under this chapter. So, first children, so you all know we need food. Food is one of the basic needs of our life. Food is very, very essential. So, we can't live. So, only for 1 or 2 days we can live without eating food. but more than that we can't live. So food is essential for each and every one. So it is also one of the basic needs of our life. We eat food every day, isn't it? We eat food every day. So 3 times in a day we eat food, isn't it? We have meal. So in the morning we have breakfast. So in the afternoon we have lunch. So at the night we have dinner or supper. So 3 times in a day we have a food, isn't it? So every day we eat food. So every day we eat food. In a day 3 times we have a meal. So morning food we call it as a breakfast. Whatever food we take in the afternoon we call it as a lunch, and whatever food we eat at night we call it as dinner or supper. So in between this, in the evening also we will have some snacks. Okay, so 3 times in a day we have a meal. So morning food what we eat, it is called a breakfast. What food we have in the afternoon, that we call it as a lunch, and at the night we call it as a dinner or supper. So in the evening what we have, some snacks, biscuits or some other cake, chips, whatever we eat, that food is called as snacks. Okay. Now tell me children, from where do we get food? Food is also one of the basic things of our life. Keep in mind. Food is a basic things of our life. Basic need of the life. Isn't it? Food is one of the basic need of our life. So from where do we get food? From where do we get food? Yes, don't know. Don't tell we get food from market or from what. So we get food items, whatever we prepare. So we get food from plants and animals. Okay, the sources of food. So these plants and animals are the sources of food. Sources of food. Sources means mula, from where we get food. So we get food from plants and animals. So keep in your mind. So we get food from plants and animals. So we get food from plants and animals. So plants and animals are the source of food, are the sources of food. So if anybody asks you which are the sources of food, means you have to tell plants and animals. Okay children, so we get food from plants and animals. Okay, let's learn what are the food items we get from plants. What are the food items we get from plants? Let's learn what are the food items we get from plants. Can you tell me children which are the food items we get from plants? Who will tell? So we get fruits from plants, isn't it? We get fruits from plants. Next, what we get from plants? Vegetables, vegetables, correct? We get fruits from plants, we get vegetables from plants, then we get pulses. Pulses means kalalu. We get pulses from plants. Next, we get food grains like rice, ragi, jowar, wheat, millets, bajra, whatever food grains are there, we get that food grains from plants. Food grains. Then green leaves. Green leaves means sap. So green leaves. Then spices. Spices means this cloves, cinnamon, what we get. So cardamom, pepper, whatever we get. The spices items we get from plants only. Spices. Then nuts. Nuts means this cashew nut, whatever you get, almond, cashew nuts. Then pista. That's called, they are called as nuts. Then oil seeds. The seeds from which we prepare oil. So the cooking oil, like groundnut oil, sunflower oil. This is all the seeds we get from seeds. From these seeds we prepare oils, like groundnut oil, whatever oil we use for cooking. No? So that all the things are prepared by using oils, seeds. Then we get with coffee seeds and tea. Whatever we drink coffee and tea, no? That coffee seeds we get from coffee plant and tea is from tea plant. Coffee seeds. Tea, everything we get from plants. Okay, children. So these are the some food items which we get from plants. So most of the food items what we use, children, we get from plants only. So keep in your mind, most of the food items we get from plants only. Okay. So we get food items from the different parts of a plant. So I already taught you to teach you the different parts of a plant. So which are the parts of a plant? I already taught you under the lesson plants around us, isn't it? So there is a root, stem, branches, leaves, flowers, seeds, everything I taught you in the previous class, isn't it? Under the lesson plants around us. So most of the food items what we use in our daily lives, all we get from plants only. So from the different parts of a plant we get different food items. Okay, I will tell you what are the food items we get from different parts of a plant. So these are the main food items, different food items which we get from plants. If anybody asks you, what are the food items we get from plants, means you have to tell fruits, vegetables, pulses, food grains, green leaves, species, nuts, oil seeds, coffee, tea, then cereals. Cereals means not the TV cereals, I am asking. So there is horse gram, green gram, so that cereals, all these things. So I will show the pictures in the next class. Today I have forgotten to bring that picture. Okay. So cereals, all these things we get from the plants. So that's why we tell most of the food items which we use, we get from plants only. So if I want to tell you Kannada. So food is a basic need of our life. Food is basic need. So it is not survive. So food. So now every day we eat food. So ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿನ ನಾವು ಆಹಾರನ ಸೇವಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಊಟನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 3 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ನಾವು ತಿಂತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದ ಊಟನ ಲಂಚ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ರಾತ್ರಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಊಟನ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 5 to 6 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಚೌಚೌ, ಬಿಸ್ಕಿಟ್ಸು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಪ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ನ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ನೀವು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬೇಕರಿಯಿಂದ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೋಟೆಲಿಂದ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಶಾಪ್ಸ್ ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂಗಡಿಯಿಂದ ತರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ, ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗೋದು ಎರಡರಿಂದ, ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ನ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸಿಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್, ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನುವಂಥ ಹಣ್ಣು, ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್ ತರಕಾರಿಗಳು, ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಕಾಳುಗಳು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಸೊಪ್ಪು, ತರಕಾರಿ, ಹಣ್ಣು, ಕಾಳುಗಳು, ಬೇಳೆಕಾಳುಗಳು, ಸ್ಪೈಸಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಸಾಲೆ ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳು, ಚಕ್ಕೆ, ಲವಂಗ, ಏಲಕ್ಕಿ, ಮೆಣಸು, ಏನೇನು ಮೆಂತ್ಯ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಸಾಲೆ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರಲ್ವ. ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಗೋಡಂಬಿ, ಬಾದಾಮಿ, ಪಿಸ್ತಾ, ಆಲ್ಮಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಏನೇನೋ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಟ್ಸ್, ಡ್ರೈ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಡೇಟ್ಸು, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಸೀಡ್ಸ್, ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಸೀಡ್ಸಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಸೀಡ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದಲೇ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾಫಿ, ನಾವು ಕುಡಿಯೋಂಥ ಕಾಫಿ, ಸೊ ಕಾಫಿ ಪೌಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಾಫಿ ಸೀಡ್ಸಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾಫಿ ಸೀಡ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗೋದು ಕಾಫಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಟೀದು ಎಲೆ, ಟೀ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿನ ಟೀ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ಲಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಡ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೌಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕಾಫಿ, ಟೀ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದು. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ದು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೂಟಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೆನ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ part of the sigute. So different parts of the different food items sigute. So first we learn about what are food items we get from plants. So plants in food items fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals, food grains, green leaves, spices, nuts, oil seeds, coffee, tea, everything we get from plants. Okay, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗೋದು plants. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಫುಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಅಡುಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಸಿಗೋದು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಸಿಗೋದು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಗದಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. So first the food items which we get from root. So root part in it. So which are the food items? Food items obtained from different parts of a plant. From different part of a plant. Okay. So now fruits, vegetables, pulses, green leaves, cereals, oil seeds, coffee tea, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ plants ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. So plants ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ different parts ಅಲ್ಲಿ different food items ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ root ಇಂದ ಕೆಲವು food items ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Stem ಇಂದ few food items we will get. Leaves part of the different food items. So flower part of the fruit part of the ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. So let's know one by one. So food items are obtained from different part of a plant. So first part is root. So root part is from root part of a plant is the carrot, beetroot, isn't it? So carrot, beetroot, all these things we get from. So two examples are there. Okay, carrot, beetroot, radish, all these things we get from root part of a plant. Carrot, beetroot, radish, all these things we get from the root part of a plant. So now the carrot, beetroot is a root. Root part in the siಗುತ್ತೆ. So roots you all know. I told you. So root grows below the soil. So ಮಣ್ಣು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಭೂಮಿಯ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So root part ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ food items ನಮಗೆ carrot, beetroot, radish ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ root part. If you observe the carrot, so carrot observe on the side of the root part ಇರುತ್ತೆ beetroot, carrot. So all these things we get from root part. Next to stem ಬಂದ್ರೆ. So stem. Do you know which food items we get from stem? Ginger, potato, sugar cane, all these things we get from stem part. So ginger, potato, sugar cane. So just I tell you 2 or 3 things to remember. Okay. So other food items also we get from. Just only 2 or 3 I am telling you to remember. Okay. So from stem part of the plant we get ginger, then potato, sugar cane. So all these things we get from the stem part of a plant. So stem part is the kanda, our part of the ginger, then potato, sugar cane. So all these things we get from the stem part of a plant. Next, leaves. The food items which we get from leaf part. So leaf means you all know green leaves. All whatever green leaves we used, we get from a stem. Sorry, leaves part of a plant. So green leaves. ಸೊಪ್ಪುಗಳು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೊಪ್ಪುಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಲೀಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗೋದು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ flower part. So root, stem, leaf, flower. So from the flower part of a plant. So then cauliflower. So we will take cauliflower. So that cauliflower vegetable we get from a flower part of a plant. Cauliflower and broccoli. So broccoli, cauliflower. So cauliflower, broccoli. So have you seen this broccoli? Broccoli. So in green leaves, so see it, cauliflower. So who goes from which we prepare gobi, isn't it? So that cauliflower we get from flower part of a plant, and even broccoli. That is also one. It looks like a cauliflower, only fully green color. So if you see the cauliflower, it is white flower we get, and around that green leaves. But broccoli is in full green color. It also looks like cauliflower only, but it is in green color. So broccoli. Okay, so which used to prepare a burger or pizza, which used in preparing burger or pizza. So that cauliflower, broccoli, or we get this from flower part of a plant. So if you want to tell a leaf, so green leaf like spinach, cabbage. So cabbage, spinach, cabbage, elecoso. So leaf part. So green leaves, spinach and cabbage. So all this we get from a leaf part of a plant. So cauliflower we get from flower part. Okay, once again I will tell you. The food items we get from different part of a plant. I already told you. Now ಗಿಡದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಭಾಗದಿಂದ ಒಂದು food items ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. So root ಇದೆ. Whatever food items we get from root part means carrot, beetroot, radish. All these things we get from root part. Then stem means ginger, potato, sugarcane we get from stem part of the plant. Leaf means spinach, cabbage or green leaves we get from leaf part. If we come to flower part, cauliflower, broccoli or we get from flower part. Then fruit part, you all know the fruits name like apple, banana, papaya, these are the fruits. So which we get from fruit part of a plant. Okay children. So these are some food items which we get from plants and the food items which we get from different part of a plant. So today I will stop here. In the next class I am going to tell you about the food items which we get from animals. So at the starting only I told you we use the food items which we get both from plants and animals. So that's why plants and animals are called as sources of food. So from where do we get food means we get food from plants and animals. So we use both the food items which we get from plants. So we use food items which we get from plants also, and we use some food items which we get from animals also. So that's why both plants and animals are the sources of food. So ನಿಮಗೆ food items ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ plants ಇಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು animals ಇಂದ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. But most of the food items what we use we get from plants. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ನಾವು plants ಇಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂತ food items ನಾವು ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ದೈಹಿಕ ಆಹಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Till here this much is enough for today's class. In today's class we learned about food is one of the basic needs of our life. Every day we eat food. Then we eat 3 meals in a day. That is in the morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, night dinner. Then we learned about the sources of food. So plants and animals are the sources of food. Then we learned about the different food items which we get from plants, or food items obtained from plants, and we learned about the food items obtained from different parts of a plant. I hope you understood. So in the next class I will show the pictures of these things, whatever food items we get from plants, and I will explain you which are the food items we get from animals. Everything we are explaining in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Be safe and open your textbook. Open the lesson number 4, that is delicious food, and go through textbook once. Okay. See you in the next class. Bye bye.